Joe Coy, it's the Yo and Joe Show, yo. It's the Yo and Joe Show, yo. Hit your boy on the microphone with Joe Coy and Michael Yo.
Joe Coy.
Michael Yo.
Yes, follow us at Michael Yo, at Joe Coy. We're going to start. You're going to be in Cobbs again this weekend.
Yep.
And I'm going to be probably joining along this weekend.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I want to do that. I got to talk about this video that came out, Joe. You know, last week we talked about kids being bullied by cops.
Yes.
Did you see this video of the teacher being bullied by kids?
Wait, Mike, you can't say that.
What?
Don't say it like that. Kids being bullied by cops.
Okay, well, this kid was dragged out of her desk by a cop.
Yeah, by a cop.
By a cop, not cops.
Well, yeah, not cops.
Yeah. So we talked about that last week, but there was a video that came out. A teacher took a student's cell phone.
Yeah.
Then the student, and a bunch of students taping it, the student grabbed the teacher and body slammed him and took his phone back. Yeah. Man.
Okay, so jail time for sure.
Yeah.
Never allowed back in school.
Yep.
And a lot of community service. This is, if I were the judge, this is what I do. Probably a year's worth of community service.
Yep.
Like 800 hours, some ridiculous amount of hours. 800, 1,000 fucking hours of freeway cleaning. I want you to do some in-school fucking activities.
Yep.
Where you have to fucking clean the fucking toilets at schools and then do like charity work for schools. You know what I mean? And raise money for schools. Like, and really understand and respect the educational system.
What happened?
What happened?
No. What I'm saying is, I don't remember. I remember as kids we talked back to teachers and we did things like that, but never gave a teacher a beat down.
I didn't even really talk back. I was a little scared, man. I had a lot of respect for authority.
Well,
I say this all the time, but authority to me was someone older than me that was in a position.
Yes. And that's the way we were taught. But I remember our teachers could, in Texas at least, they could give us pops.
That's great.
They could.
That's right. I forgot about that. We had a paddle.
Yeah, they would paddle you in school.
Yes, I remember that. That was a part of my and I remember the paddle used to be in the school, and they were allowed to.
Yeah, and what's crazy is when you would get taken out in the hall for paddling, everybody would get quiet, and then you would just hear the echo of the and it would echo. Mr. Fairchild gave. Oh, I still remember his names. Yeah, I'm still scarred. Mr. Fairchild popped the hardest, man.
Really?
He was known in the school. You did not want to get in trouble with Mr. Fairchild.
Fuck Mr.
He
Fairchild.
brought the heat.
See, that's what's gone. The parents banded together. You know what happened? The ones that got popped in the ass grew up, and they were like, "I'm going to make sure that never happens to my kid."
But it seems like we always reminisce about how it used to be. Like, no matter how old you are, everybody reminisces about how good it was when they were growing up. Mm-hmm. It seems today you would want it to go back to that, but now parents are like, I don't want nobody touching my kid except me, blah, 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 blah. I get that. I understand that. But it seems like, man, people just getting soft today.
It is.
Just
very
really soft.
Beyond soft. Beyond soft. I even told my son, I'm taking it back old school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I told my son, if you get caught stealing, I swear to God, you're driving in the back of that cop car. And you're going to the police station, and they're going to fucking write you up, and daddy's not coming for a while. I'm going to let you fucking, you know what I mean? Because he needs that.
My dad used to tell me, don't do the crime if you can't do the time.
Yeah.
You know, and he was like, I'm leaving you in jail.
Yeah, leave them.
They're going to have to let you out.
Fuck that,
on their own.
Yeah. That's the worst feeling, man. Because that's what my dad did to me when I got caught stealing at the base exchange. My dad goes, let him put him in the cop car.
Did it scare you?
Fuck yeah, man. I think I was like 9 or 10. My heart was pounding, and the cop was just talking to me.
Did they put you in handcuffs?
Put me in handcuffs.
Wow.
Put me in the back of the cop car. My dad goes, go ahead and take him in there, and we'll get him, when we can, blah, blah, blah. Like, all that shit. And the cop was like, he was typing on a goddamn typewriter, my report. And I'm just sitting there, and I'm fucking crying.
It's great, man.
And then finally my dad came in. I was like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Like, that shit scared the shit out of me, man.
Can I tell you something I saw at a restaurant? And this is how technology is taking over. I'm at a restaurant, and there's two parents. I mean, there's the parents, and there's a baby in a crib.
Yeah.
Watching an iPhone. You know the things that swing above the because it was in a restaurant.
Yeah.
They're watching an iPhone because it has all these little cartoons spinning around.
Yeah.
And I'm like, already you're teaching your kid to ignore you at dinner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you already teaching them to pay attention to some object that's not you. Because it's their iPhone. So the baby's just staring at this little bird flying around, right?
Yeah.
To kind of keep it quiet. And I feel that people are using technology to teach their kids to shut up instead of actually telling their kids to shut up. Because how many times have you have a kid, and maybe it's you, and I apologize if it's you, but I've heard parents go, I got to give him an iPad. I got to give him an iPhone. So because he won't be quiet unless he has that.
Yeah.
And I'm
a victim of it.
Well, I don't know what happened, because when my parents told me to shut up, I shut up.
Yeah.
You know, now it seems like parents they're not parenting to the fullest. They're like, well, take this will entertain them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And maybe, but I'm not a parent. That's what I'm saying. So if you do that, why is that? Why aren't you just saying, hey, we're going to have dinner. You don't need to look at this. Because most of the time, what I see is parents, they'll have dinner, but their kid is on their phone the whole time, or they're looking at their iPad and eating. Instead of, hey, this is family time. This is where we can talk.
Yeah.
Or is that gone now?
I think it's gone. I think it really is gone. I get mad at my son when he pulls his phone out.
But isn't that bad? Or do you just change with, or am I not just changing with the times?
I think we have to change with the times. It sucks, because what's the difference from an iPod with the baby and and one of those rattlers? You know what I mean? It's the same fucking thing. You know what I mean? Like when the baby would cry in the little crib, they would like, you grab a rattler and then hand it to the baby, and then the baby and do that for like 5 minutes. I mean, it's kind of like the same thing. You know what I mean? But the scary thing is, I mean, they eventually have to learn how to use a computer. It's just like, man, we're already teaching them how to use it at 1.
But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you're using the computer to entertain your child instead of you.
Yeah.
Like you said, you would bring in the rattle and you would stand there with the kid.
Yeah.
Now you can hit a button and the phone will just rattle by itself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People are using it for parenting.
Yeah.
You know, like... I don't know, and I'm not a parent, so I can't speak on it fully, but I see this all over the place where it annoys me when I see kids on iPads at dinner. Well, because when I grew up, it was family time, and that's where parents, that's the only time you ever have alone with your kids.
Yeah.
To learn about their day. Like, you're a good dad. You're always with little Joe. You know pretty much everything he does. You pick him up from school, but a lot of times that's the only time parents ever see their kid.
Yeah. That's so true.
You need to talk to them. You need to know what they're doing. You need to know what they're getting into. You know, it just, I don't know. I was talking to my fiance about this, and when we have a kid, it's no phones at dinner. It's going to be at the house, or even if we're at a restaurant, no phones at that time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's a good rule.
And even in car conversations, you know, like in the car with your kid, I see all these cars with the big TVs in the back. Kids not even paying attention to their parents anymore. Yeah. You got to take advantage, because there's so many outlets. And like I said, I don't have a kid, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just speaking from the outside, looking into this bubble.
Yeah.
I feel you don't have many opportunities to talk to your kids because they're involved in whatever they're involved in.
Yeah.
You know, so the times that you have them alone, you need to talk to them and not throw them an iPad and say, hey, entertain yourself with this, and I'm going to entertain myself with mine.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just my thought.
But I am going to remember this conversation.
Exactly. When I do have a kid.
Yeah, because I will. It's weird when you do become a parent. You know what I mean? You're going to find... You'll see. You know what I mean? Because I was the same way, and I'm just like... Because I remember telling myself, I'm like, I'm never going to buy my kid an iPad, and then boom, he has an iPad. You know, because he asked, and I also didn't want to buy him a phone. I was like, I'm not buying him a phone. 10 years old, he had a phone. I was like, what the fuck am I doing?
But the difference is buying them that's fine, buying that for them.
Yeah.
But it's when they use them.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
It's not about them having technology. Yeah. It's about when they
using
use
it to help the parenting process.
Yes, where it's replacing the parent.
Yeah. It's tough, man. We have to change with times.
I know
that means you're getting old, bro. You know that, right?
Or
because anyone in their 20s right now, like 25, when they're thinking about having kids, like girls right around 27, 28, they want to have a kid. Yeah. That's all they're thinking about. That's their way of parenting now. It's the new style of parenting.
But I may explain why that's bad. I'm explaining why that's bad.
Yeah.
Because podcasts are huge today, correct?
Yes.
Everywhere you go, the biggest stars have podcasts.
Yes.
People break out into, you know why I think that is?
Yes.
Because people love hearing conversations because they never hear them anymore.
Yeah, that's funny. That's a good.
Because people don't talk.
Yeah.
People text.
Yeah.
Like, how many times somebody called you, sit in a voicemail, and you're like, "What's up?" and you text them. It's freaking annoying, and I hate it when people do it.
25 minutes later, I respond.
Yeah, you do. Huh? What?
Or yo.
Yeah,
yo.
that's how you always hit me up. Yo.
Yo.
You don't write nothing. Yo.
I do that with everybody. Yo. That's it.
I thought that was just me. I felt
It's just
special.
oh no, yeah, it's you.
No,
yours
stop.
is the one with the exclamation point. Everyone else doesn't get a.
I don't know, but it's weird going into this because I'm about to get married. And we're gonna have kids right away, and I'm like, my kid will have an iPad. My kid will have technology, but not at dinner.
Nope.
Not at dinner.
Not at dinner.
Mm-mm.
How about the back of the headrest?
No.
So no.
I want the opportunity to talk to them if I want to talk.
Even on a 9-hour drive to fucking Sedona.
Different. That's different. But if we're going 15 minutes up the street, you don't need to. Yeah, no.
Yeah, there's no reason to put in Minions.
No, exactly.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
All right, I'm gonna remember this whole fucking thing. If I see you pulling up, and I see fucking Elf. The back of the car in the summertime because it's the only DVD you have in the goddamn car. I'm gonna be like, I remember when you said talk time, Mike. You're a talky talk guy.
I don't know, man. I just wish the parents my age
looks like you didn't want to talk on the little car ride to 7-Eleven.
Do you spank Lil Joe?
You know what? I did, and now I don't have to.
Yeah, because he's how old?
He's 12.
Yeah, see.
He still fucks up, but now I have the thing where I can look. I got my mom's look, the one that my mom used to give me.
Wait, what's that look?
Where I'll scratch your face.
Okay.
Scratch your fucking face and leave scars. That look that scared the shit out of me. Because she would, man. Pinch me, scratch me, all that shit. My mom would grab the forearm and dig her nails in there in public. You know what I mean? So she didn't look like she was abusing me, but she was fucking murdering me.
Yeah.
And then I got like 4 fucking wounds on my wrist. And then she would say this, you better not tell anybody. You better not say one goddamn thing to anybody. Mm-hmm. And that would scare the shit out of me. And I'm crying. Just walking in the mall.
Now, you're a sensitive guy, Joe.
Yeah.
But when you say you punished Lil Joe, like you actually, did you ever hit him?
Yeah. I popped his ass.
You popped his ass?
Oh, yeah.
So like how many, was there a count or you would just do it once?
It was like, and it would take a lot, Mike.
Yeah, I know.
Would, I mean, literally my son would push me over the edge to where I have to explode. And it was always like, I would always tell him too, I'm like, Joe, you're gonna put Dad in that bad place, and I want you to know I didn't choose to didn't choose to be there. You put me there, Joe. So remember that. And and then he'll still test it. But now he don't test it.
No.
Now when he's fucking up and I say something and then he doesn't do it, I could just turn and lunge forward. And motherfuckers got the vacuum and some Windex cleaning his room.
What do you think? What do you think about parents that don't ever hit their kids?
I think they're stupid.
Thank you. Because your kid.
I think you're stupid.
Don't you agree? Kids have to fear their parents a little bit.
You need authority.
Yes.
We've said that last episode. It's very important. Mm-hmm. We're not on the same level, motherfucker. This is my house. I make all the fucking money, and your livelihood depends on me. So you better respect me. So when I tell you to clean the fucking room, clean the fucking room. Don't ask me why or why do I have to do it now? Fucking do it.
Yeah.
Or live outside. And you know what I mean? I never understood when my mom would say that shit. Like, when you pay for rent, then you can do whatever you want. But I'm paying for rent. Mm-hmm. And I'm all like, that's fucked up. Like, I always thought like that's kind of a mean thing to say. I'm your son. But now I get it.
Yeah.
Like, my mom worked fucking hard. And you're not going to dirty her fucking house. I paid for all this shit. And you got to let these kids know, man. You got to put your hand on them. Because it's human nature for them to boss up on you too. Because now they're trying to see how much authority they got. And you got to put them in check.
I tell you, I'm not comparing Lil Joe to my dog.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I will say this. My dog runs over my fiance. Like when it's about to go for a walk, he jumps up and down. He barks at her.
Yeah.
When I take him for a walk, nothing.
Really?
Not a sound.
Yeah.
And because if he acts up, I spank him. Actually, I hit him a couple days ago on the butt.
Yeah.
And my girlfriend thought I hit him too hard and pushed me. Like she was punishing me. I was like, that's why he jumps all over the place with you. That's why he doesn't listen to you.
Why are humans like that? Why are there humans that are just overly sensitive like that? Like I love your girlfriend. You know what I mean?
Fiance.
You know what I mean? She's sensitive.
She's very,
It's a dog. That no matter how you look at it, man, you put a dog in a fucking situation where it has to survive on its own, it can do it.
Yep.
Because it's a fucking dog. Have you ever seen a homeless dog in the Philippines? Them motherfuckers are gangster. Gangster. They get into real fights, real alley fights with other dogs because there's a chunk of food on the goddamn ground. It's a dog, man. It's an animal. You know what I mean?
People treat them as humans, man.
We treat them like fucking humans, man.
I love my dog to death. I'm not going to lie to you, but
I love my dog to death.
But I separate dog from human.
Exactly.
Where some people, like, they carry them all around. They bring them to restaurants.
Nope.
Like, all that stuff.
My dog is being raised the same way my dog was when I was a kid.
Is it
the
outside?
One that I have now?
But inside, though.
Inside, yeah, that's fine. But when I'm going to the fucking Ralph's, get in the goddamn garage. And piss over there. I put a little mat there for you to piss on.
There you go.
It's a dog. I swear to God, he's not going to be mad when I get home.
No, not at all.
The minute I open that garage, he's jumping and licking my face. You know why? Because he's a dog. Mm-hmm. If I did that to my son, I go to jail. But you put a little bit of food and some water.
He's good.
Dog is fine.
He's good.
He's got fur, so you don't need to turn the heater on.
I actually feel bad for people that sit there with their dog at lunch. That means nobody else wanted to go with you.
No one wants to go with you.
No one. And then and if you sit next to me, I got to pretend like I like your dog.
Yeah.
I got to pet him. Oh, it's cute. Because it'll come licking up on you.
I'm so sick of that shit.
Yeah, man. I don't bring my dog anywhere. My girl will be like, let's bring Paul. I'm like, no. Paul's staying at home.
You know what pisses me off too is those people that get the work service dog badges or whatever it is.
And they don't even need it.
And they don't need it. It's just their favorite. It's their best friend.
So they can bring them into Starbucks.
And they bring them on the plane. I was sitting in first class, this fool. And by the way, this dog was fucking cute. It was a husky. But I remember when I sat down, I'm sitting in first. I paid for a ton of money for this seat. And now I'm sharing first with this huge husky. I was mad at first. I mean, and then I fell in love with him. Yeah. But I mean, I'm like, yo, you need to buy this motherfucker a ticket. It's laying in my space.
Well, they do have to buy a ticket for it.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, you have to spend the extra $2,000 or whatever the first class. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, for the dog.
So for that where it's sitting down?
In first class, yeah.
But then I should get a discount.
No.
Because they told me only 2 people are going to be in that goddamn row. And now there's 3 fucking... A husky is the size of a small dude.
So the husky didn't have its own seat?
No.
Oh, okay.
Sitting on the fucking floor with his... And then there was one time where he put his nose on my toe and went like this. Like, pet me. And I looked at him. And at first I was mad. And I was like, all right, come here. But still, like, are you kidding me? Like, where did they get the balls to... Like, if I walked on a plane with a huge-ass husky, I would feel like an asshole. Even if there's a bunch of dog lovers on the plane, I would feel like an asshole. Like, it's such an inconvenience because there are people that don't like dogs.
Absolutely.
There's people that are scared of fucking huskies.
Allergic to dogs.
Yeah, allergic to dogs. And now you're walking in on the... Really? You got people that paid a lot of money to fly somewhere, and now there's a dog on the plane?
You know what? Better a dog than a baby. Because, man, I think they should not have babies on flights.
Yeah, they should throw babies away.
No, they should not.
Is that what you're saying?
I just think every airline should offer flights that don't have babies on them.
That's a good idea.
And charge a higher rate.
I think babies should not be allowed in first class ever. They have to sit way in the back in coach, like 25G. Or 25B. B for baby.
25B.
It's a middle seat. But
don't know,
not
man.
first. First is like a nice little VIP lounge.
But parents have kids that fly first all the time.
I know, and I hate it.
Yeah.
Fucking hate it.
Have you ever had a baby right next
Yes.
to you? It's that cried the whole flight?
You know, one time, and this is my secret, because I'm all about energy.
Mm-hmm.
When you see a crying baby in the terminal that's about to board your plane, don't look at it and don't go like this. I hope that baby's not sitting behind me. Because it will. Because that motherfucker's going to sit behind you. It happens every time I fly.
So what do you say to the baby?
I go like this. Oh, what a cute baby. And then that usually pushes it back to like 25G. But the minute I look at it, I go, oh, that fucking baby. It's 2F right next to me. It's happened. I could probably say 10 times it's happened.
I was on an American flight.
Yeah.
And a lady busted out because they offer like cribs.
Yeah.
They got little mini cribs now on American Airlines in certain sections. This lady had a crib out, baby in it, like she was at home. And I'm sitting right next to him saying, this is the worst thing ever. Like literally.
First?
Huh?
Are you flying first?
Yeah.
They had a crib in first?
Yeah. If they get the
what the fuck?
If they get the what's it called, the bulkhead?
Yeah.
It's some flip down thing they can bring in because it has
hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no.
It's bananas.
You want to hear the worst experience I had at first? I don't want to say the race because now I'm going to sound racist.
Yeah. Say it.
Curry. All right. With the full-on garb, you know, the long shirts, the pajama outfits.
Uh-huh.
God bless them. I love Indian people.
And their food.
But sometimes they get a little too fucking comfortable. He took his sandals completely off.
Okay.
All right. And you know the space between the two seats?
No, he didn't.
Motherfucker puts his foot in between the two seats and then does the little, you know how you crunch you crack your toes on your own, where you crack it like that. And I didn't know it was there for about 5 minutes until my elbow hit the goddamn pinky toenail, which kind of pissed me off that the pinky toenail actually had a nail. It was long enough to where I was like, whoa. And I was like, and I'm like, what the fuck? So now I didn't know what to do, but I turned completely around. I go, seriously?
And did he move it?
Yeah, then he moved it. I'm like, it took me to say that? How do you not know that that's disgusting?
Yeah, man.
Who does that? Am I ranting?
That's never happened to me, but the bad foot odor has, where they take off their shoes. And it's just like,
my God, right?
Yeah.
How do you not smell your foot? I had one guy sitting across from me, took his socks and shoes off, the whole plane, and then just started scratching his toenails. Not toenails, but in between the toes, just scratching it and scratching the bottom of the foot. And what are you fucking doing, man? Are you serious right now?
Dude, people do. It's crazy what people do. It's crazy.
How do you not know how to act in public? I hate people that walk their dogs in a Ralph's. I hate it. Or
the mall. The mall is the worst.
The mall is the worst.
Oh my goodness!
Bro.
What are you doing? So this podcast has been pretty much what we hate.
Yeah.
So if you ever
everything we hate, if you hear the things, if you listen to us, and you're doing the things that we hate, stop fucking doing it.
So what we're asking you is, the next time Joe's in San Francisco, bring your dog to the show.
Yes.
He'll love it.
Bring it to my show. Put it in the front row, and take your shoes off and your socks, and just rest it nicely on the stage.
On the stage.
And right when you do it, crack your own toes.
And then
without using your hand.
And then put your fingers between your toes.
Oh, put them between, and really get that yummy, moisty, pasty shit that builds up in between your toes. And then smell it. Smell it right in front of me.
That'd be interesting.
I swear to God, if someone does it, I'm going to be so pissed. Where are you going to be this week?
No, I'm chilling.
You're chilling?
I'm chilling. I just switched agencies, so I kick off in January. All my show days, yeah.
Oh, where are you going? What agency did you go
to? For comedy?
Yeah.
I'm full on across the board William Morris now.
Okay, yeah. So then everything's William Morris now.
Yeah, everything.
Good for you.
Everything.
Nice.
All right, can we say what you last show you talked about a production? Can you talk about it? You were on a production. You were talking to a producer.
When did I say that?
You were sitting there and there was a camera looking over the street.
Oh, yeah. We'll let that out soon.
We'll let that out. So,
yeah. I don't like putting that shit out there. For some reason, every time I do,
it goes away.
It fucking goes away. So I'd rather just not mention it, and if it does go away, then it just went away.
There you go, and nobody knows except you.
And then have to live the aftermath of going, whatever happened to that one thing with the, with fucking Michael Jackson's producer.
There you go. All right. You're in Cobb's.
Yes.
And check them out this weekend. We will see you next time. Later. See you next time. Later.
Hey, it's Joe Coy, and guess what?
I'm Michael Yo.
Yeah, Michael Yo. We do the Yo Joe Show, and you get it all the time at the Yo Joe Show on YouTube.com.
They need to subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe right here. That's all you gotta do. Just click that button right there. What are you waiting